Get ready, y'all. It's time to vibe with Berkeley. I'm Boomin, taking you higher.
And I'm Bob, so fine and ready to roll. We got rhythm in the soul. Let's take control.
Boomin Berkley Beautiful Bopp.
We're bringing the heat, we'll never stop.
What's going on, everyone? It's Boomin Berkley
And Beautiful Bopp.
And today on Season 5, Episode 22 of the Party Live Podcast, we are going to be talking about the game that occurred last week between our two rec basketball teams.
Exactly. And I love how consistent we are with changing the topics. Last week it was the wrestling, and then before it was hockey. This week it's rec basketball.
Yeah, so we obviously know Trent is covering our North basketball teams, but we thought it would be fun to switch it up and talk about a little bit of rec basketball. Even though it's not really a North event, we still love the friendly competition that it brings.
Yeah, and especially since we have the last year's champions for the rec team, the UPS Elite Drivers.
UPS Elite Drivers, and that's the game we're actually going to be talking about, the UPS Elite Drivers between the Bloodhounds. And that was a pretty good game, but UPS did come out victorious.
Yeah, and they're both from they're both West from North schools, and so we got a couple interviews from both teams there. We got some of their star players, so let's hear some of the interviews.
And here we got Griffin Wolf, and we asked him, what is it like to play another team from your own school?
Well, we like to think about it no different from any other week, except, there's a lot more trash talking going on. There's a lot more interaction with the other players. With them being in our school, we see them in the hallway, see them in class. It's just a lot of back and forth. But for me personally, you got to stay in the mindset that it's no different than any other game. And we prepare the same, and we get ready to go and play the same.
So, yeah, just hearing that from Griffin Wolf is very, very inspirational. It's his first year on the squad, and just hearing that he wants to go out there, have fun, and compete, and just do what he does the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we also interviewed some of the Bloodhounds as well, which is the other team. And let's see that.
What do you think your team does better than theirs?
I think passing, spacing, and getting shots up.
So there we just heard from one of the Bloodhound players, Wyatt Monticelli. He doesn't score a bunch, but he's a great team player, and he just enjoys being out there. So he really thought they pass better and get more shots up than them, but unfortunately that wasn't the case against UPS.
Yeah, and the Bloodhounds are our first-year team, so I love to see that Westville community is bringing together a bunch of new kids that want to start a team and they just won a game, too, recently.
Yeah, they did just win their first game of rec basketball. They have never won a game. They were winless until Monday. So, yeah, they did just get their first win on Monday, which is very great to see, especially because playoffs are coming up soon. And we're getting excited to watch those and see who comes out, see if maybe UPS goes back-to-back, or maybe the Bloodhounds shock everybody and complete the Cinderella story.
Exactly, and that would be such a cool story to write about. And I think we'll definitely do a podcast later in the year, just seeing how the playoffs go. But we also interviewed another person from the UPS Elite, Caleb Williams, and we just pre-game interviewed, just a very interesting, and wanted to hear what he had to say.
What's one thing your team needs to do well to win?
I definitely feel like we need to be real physical, get rebounds, because the last 2 games we've been physical and we've won both those games. So as long as we're physical, have good ball movement, and take good open shots, I think we'll win the game.
So, yeah, it's just great to hear from Caleb Williams. He had a tough matchup having to guard Brandon Bell on the other side of the ball. But I think he did really well and played physical, and that's what ultimately got the job done.
Yeah, they definitely played physical considering that they won. And it was just such a good game to see. I mean, you just had to be there.
Yeah. But now we actually have another interview from 2 of the other Bloodhound players, Carter Smith and Ethan McKnight.
Yeah.
It's going to be a close game or a blowout?
Given our past games, we're 0-3, but we're going to look out here and come out here and get our first win and do it by a big statement. Boom.
So as we heard there, they were very confident coming into the game, hoping to get a big win over UPS. But unfortunately, it was a pretty close game. But unfortunately, they couldn't get it done with a 51-43 loss there.
Yeah, it was a good game, considering that Bloodhounds were 0-3 before, and then they put up a great matchup against the UPS, the defending champs.
Yeah. So that about sums it up. We're just getting excited for playoffs. Can't wait for those to get here, and we're just ready to keep going.
Yep. See ya.
See ya. For stories that last, we keeping it real.
Tune in, 5 out. It's a big deal.
Boomin Berkley Beautiful Bopp.
Hit play. We're about to rock the block.